Hey Lovelies! In today's video, I'm going to be testing out this DIY acrylic powder using Crayola chalk and Mungyo pastels. I'm going to first start off with my Crayola chalk. I didn't have a mortar or pestle, so I'm going to be using what I have at home. For acrylic, I'm going to be using my Mia Secret Clear and my Mia Secret White French. I purchased these 2-ounce containers that came 10 in a pack at the Dollar Tree for guess how much? A fucking dollar! So without further ado, let's get started. In this pack of Crayolas, it comes with 64 different colors. 8 of them are special effects, so they either have glitter or they're tie-dye effect. I'm going to be taking this pink and purple looking one and see how they come out. This next part is completely optional, but I'm going to be dusting off the sides of my chalk to make sure I don't get any other colors into my pigment. Next, I'm going to be taking my metal nail file and I'm just going to be filing the corners until I get to that very first line above the squiggly lines on the crayon.
Many hours later.
Once I have my chalk grinded down to that last line, I'm going to go ahead and set that aside. As you can see, I have a pretty good amount of pigment in here, so now I'm just going to be taking an old makeup brush and some plastic wrapped around the end and making sure that it's super fine and grounded. Next, I'm going to be taking my Mia Secret Clear Acrylic Powder and I'm going to be adding 1.5 tablespoons of that to my pigment. Next, I'm going to be taking my Mia Secret White Acrylic Powder in French 3D and I'm going to be applying half a tablespoon of that to my pigment. I'm now going to be grinding these together until the powder is nice and finely grounded and mixed well. So the plastic piece on the edge of my brush ripped, which really sucks because now I have plastic inside of my powder. I'm just going to go ahead and take the end of my brush and try to mix it as best as I can. So taking the shot glass, I'm going to be dumping in small amounts so that way I can get a more concentrated effect onto the powder, and then I can also pick out any of those plastic pieces. Okay, so now I have my powder. I'm going to go ahead and cap that and we're going to shake it. Ooh. Oh, sorry, I got a little carried away there. So now we're going to be taking our powder and it's testing time. You guys, it freaking works. I am so shook right now. Like, this pigment is literally spot on. The consistency is really well. It blends in super nicely. Like, I'm just, wow. No words. So there's just a little bit of powder that needs to be grinded down a little bit better, but that's my fault. If I had the better tools, I'm sure I could have done a better job. But for the most part, this Crayola definitely worked. I definitely give it a thumbs up and I definitely recommend. So starting with our Mungyo pastels, I'm going to still be using my Mia Secret Clear and White, and now I'm going to be adding in my Cover Rose. To mix, I'm going to be using the end of this ratchet. It's literally the only other thing I had besides that makeup brush. So to take some file time down, I'm going to go ahead and use my e-file, and then we're going to be placing all of these powders into this glass dish. So this Mungyo pastels came in a pack of 64, so there's 64 little mini pastels. They came super dirty. I tried cleaning it up. But nothing a little paper towel can't fix. I want to try out a red pastel since we're into like the Valentine's Day kind of theme, so let's see how this comes out. So taking my e-file on the slowest setting, I'm going to be lightly tapping the corners of the pastel. Ugh, I'm so sorry. However you say it. So that way you can get nice, fine, thin shavings. And my bad about that Climp Champ watermark, you guys. I had to edit this video from my camera, so you know how all that free editing video software goes. So my pigment is starting to look really nice. So now I'm gonna go in with my... And I'm just gonna make sure that all of that pigment is nice and ground, and we ain't gonna have no chunky pieces in here. I'm gonna go ahead and take my Mia Secret white acrylic powder and add half of a tablespoon to this mix. Next, I'm going to be taking my Mia Secret Cover Rose and I'm going to be applying another half a tablespoon to the mix. I'm going to be taking my Mia Secret Clear Acrylic Powder, and since I already added half a tablespoon of that rose, I'm only going to be putting in 1 tablespoon of this clear. So now we're just going to go ahead and mix these very well together, and I didn't really think about it at first, but it probably would have been smarter to add in a little bit of acrylic powder at a time and then slowly build it up, but that'll be for another time. I was finding that a lot of the pastel powder was getting stuck to the side of the bowl, so I took a clean popsicle stick and I just cleaned the edges and tried to move the pastel powder into the center so I could blend it out better. So grinding down these powders definitely took a bunch of time, and with my carpal tunnel, woo! Let's just say I was definitely feeling it the next day. So once you grind it until you can't grind no more, we're gonna go ahead and transfer this powder into a jar, container, whatever you want to call it, and test it out. Oh my gosh, you guys, and it freaking works. I'm loving the pigmentation in it. The consistency seems super perfect. Not too thin, not too thick, and it seems like it's gonna blend pretty well. So it's picking up pretty nicely, and placing it down, it's not running everywhere. It's not just, you know, sturdy in one place. It's really blendable actually. I am so shook at how well this is blending out. Like, I cannot believe that this DIY really worked. So then I'm going to go ahead and throw a clear cap on it, and this is the final result. And you guys, I am freaking loving these. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you guys decide to make your own colored acrylics, please tag me in on Instagram. I'd love to see how they come out. See you guys in my next video. Bye!